welcome to the second quarter of the Memphis Crusaders against Team No Name. Due to technical difficulties, we didn't get the first quarter for you. And there's a bucket for the Crusaders, making it 9-4 in favor of them. Harold handles the ball. He brings it down the court. He gives it to Spain. Spain has a three-point open, but he gives it to Hall. Hall dribbles around, dishes it to Pender. Pender shoots up for a three, has it. And that will count as a two. It would count as a two. Crusaders get it down the court. Stolen by Pender. Pender brings it down for the No Name. He gets trapped and it is stolen by the Crusaders. Charlie Harold throws it up to Hall. And Hall brings it down the court, gives it to Spain, but it's tipped out of bounds by number 5 for the Crusaders. Here in this Memphis Kings tournament. First game of the tournament for both teams on this Thursday night. Here at World Overcomer Center, the mecca of youth basketball. And it's turned over by Team No Name. Give it to number 23 who dishes it to number 2 who gets fouled, but it is no good on the shot. Here on Memphis Game Day Sports Network. He'll shoot 2 free throws with 3:44 remaining in the second quarter. The first one is no good. Second is no good. Rebound by Pender. Pender stops, pivots, and throws it to Harold, who brings it down the court for Team No Name. He's getting pressured by the Crusaders around the three-point mark. Dishes it, and it's a travel on Harold because he took too many steps. I think it was about 3 right there. Ooh, a little attitude right there by number 35. Bumps number 50 on his way down the court. Not very sportsmanlike there by the Crusaders. Throws it to number 23, who pump fakes, dribbles around, and dishes it to number 2. Number 2 brings it to midcourt and gives it to number 5, who gives it to number 35. Guarded by Josh Sellers, and it's good, making it 11-6 in favor of the Crusaders. Harold brings it down for Team No Name and dishes it to Michael. Spain gives it back to Harold and gives it to Henderson. Henderson bobbles the pass, goes behind his back and gives it back to Harold. Harold dishes it to Spain. Spain has Pender wide open in the corner, but doesn't give it to him, gives it to Henderson. Henderson pivots, dribbles, turns it over, but it is out of bounds. Bucket no good by Pender, who dribbles it back, gives it to the Crusaders. Number 2's got it. And timeout Team No Name. Sorry for that technical difficulty. 2:11 left in the first half. He dishes it to Grayson Sellers. Sellers gets it tipped out on number 5. Gives it to Henderson at the corner. Sorry, it's hard to see with these bars. He tries giving it to Sofer, and it's out of bounds. Team No Name basketball. Number 2, Jude Sofer has it. Dish it to number 3, who gets it to number 33, hits a 3. Jack Pender with the 3 to cut the lead to 4 for Team No Name. Number 5, dish it to number 35, who travels and will give the ball back to Team No Name with 1:37 left in the half. Team No Name looking to spark something here. Inbounds it to Sofer. Sofer dribbles up. He also plays for St. Dominic's, folks, as you saw in our last broadcast. He dished it to Harold. Harold dished it to Petrowski in the corner, who gives it back to Sofer. Sofer dished it to Grayson Sellers. He dished it to Charlie near the free throw line, who gives it back to Sofer. Sofer dribbles it in, goes in for the layup, missed, and rebounded by the Crusaders. Crusaders bring it up court, throw it down to number 10, who, misses a very good circus shot. Looked like it had a possibility if it didn't hit the back of the backboard. Number 2, Sofer brings it down the court, picks up the free throw line, gives it to Grayson, who gives it to Pender, who's got missed for 3. Rebound by number 15. 15 brings it down the court, stops, pivots, gives it to number 23, who takes it to the paint, gives it to number 10. Number 10 brings it towards the free throw line, gives it to 15, now gives it to 5. He brings it out to the top of the key. Number 5 dishes it to number 10. He drills it back to the top of the logo. It's intercepted. Nearly intercepted by Pender. But it dishes it to number 35, and it's a layup for the Crusaders. With 25 seconds left, Team No Name down 6. Sofer has the basketball, bringing it down. He dishes it to Harold. Harold dished it back to Grayson Sellers. Once again, he seems to be the main point guard. Gives it to Sofer. Sofer dribbles around, gives it to Harold. 10 seconds left. He dished it to Sellers in the corner. Sellers go to the hoop. Got the layup. Cut the lead to 4. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of your half. With your score, the St. Joseph Crusaders, a.k.a. the Memphis Crusaders, 15, Team No Name 11. We'll be back after the break. For now, you can watch the scoreboard. And welcome back to the second half of this game between the St. Joseph's Crusaders and Team No Name. On the floor for No Name, Harold, Grayson Sellers, Sofer, Pender, and Spain. He inbounds it to number 5. Number 5 dishes it to number 35. It dishes it to number 5. Get to number 35, missed. Rebound by Pender, who tips it out of bounds, and it's going to be Crusaders basketball, as Harrell will inbound it, giving it to Sofker. Sofker dribbles it up court. He gives it to Sellers. Sellers dishes it, and it's good for Team No Name, cutting the lead to 2. What a run for No Name. Here they go. Crusaders dribble it in. Number 5 makes sure that runs go to sleep, as it's a 4-point lead for the Crusaders. Sofker brings it down the court for Team No Name. Sellers brings it to the hoop, dishes it back out to the corner to Pender. Pender gives it to Sellers, who gives it to Harrell, who gives it to Spain. Spain finds Sofker at the free throw line. He drives in, double teamed, he's fouled, and it will be 2 free throws coming up for Sofker and Team No Name with 4:06 remaining in your third quarter. Sorry for those maroon bars in the way at the top. And so it's pretty much tough to see. All right, we just took it out of the camera thing. Gives it to number 35, who, and it's going to be a foul on Sofker. A foul on Sofker. I don't know if I agree with that one. Remember, you can comment on your comment bar. If you want to say anything, go ahead. Really don't care. Number 2 gives it to number 5. He dribbles out, dishes it back to number 2, who dishes it to 35, is hit by Pender. And Pender making a nice defensive play. Gets it out of bounds for Team No Name, who gives it back to number 12. And it's 2 for the Crusaders. Pender gives it to Sofker. Sofker bringing it down the court. Oh, it's tipped, but got by Harrell, who is fouled. It's fouled. He is fouled. Harrell, this shit to Sofker. Sofker dribbles up the court. Gives it back to Harrell, who bobbles it. Ooh, gets it. Double teamed by the Crusaders. Harrell looking for someone open. Gives it to Grayson Sellers. Sellers tipped, intercepted. Throws it down the court. Number 5 carries the ball. He carried it. Pender dishes it to Sofker. Sofker brings it out the court, down towards 3-point line, who gives it to Harrell. Harrell drives it to the hoop. Shimmies, stops, and has it. Good. Cut the lead to 2 for the Crusaders. Number 2 inbounds it to number 35, who's getting triple teamed by Team No Name. It is given to number 5. Number 5 dribbles it around. Hits it off Harrell, stolen by the Sellers. Sellers brings it down the court, shimmies, scoops, scores, and it's all tied up. Timeout, Crusaders, with 2:37 remaining. This is the Memphis Game Day Sports Network. I'm Will Spain, calling it all. And we're going to give a big shout out to JP Sofker out there, our lone viewer right now. Number 2 will inbound it for the Crusaders. 2:37 remaining in the third quarter. He dishes it to number 5, back to number 2, who throws it down the court to number 12. Number 12 dribbles it to the paint, stops, pivots to number 3. Number 3 pivots, passes it to number 5. Number 5 dribbles around, passes it to number 2. He dribbles, passes it to number 35, gives it to number 12. Forceful pass, blocked by Sofker. Sofker brings it down and gives it to Harrell. Oh, Harold crosses up number 2, stops, nearly travels, gives it to Sofker, who pings it out to the free throw line, kicks it back out to Harold. Sellers to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall for 3. He's got it! And that's a 3-point lead for Team No Name. He dishes it to number 5. Number 5 dribbling down the court to the hoop, lays it up, blocked by the backboard. Number 23, Ryan Hall, gets the rebound. Hall brings it down behind the back, crosses him out, gets it stolen, get back by Sofker. Sofker retains the basketball and the possession, gets it to Sellers, dribbles to the hoop, floats it up, missed, rebound, and it's kept by Team No Name. No Name gives it to Harold, eventually missed. Rebound by number 2. He throws it down court to number 5, wide open for the layup, and it's good. It's a 1-point game in favor of Team No Name. Harold inbounds it to Sofker, who dishes it to Sellers, dribbles around, gets it back to the 3-point line, where he dishes it to Harold. Harold to the free throw line, gets it to Hall for 3. No, it goes over the backboard. 1:09 remaining. Subs in for the Crusaders. Mario is the coach for Crusaders. Chip Hamlet, the coach for Team No Name. Dishes it to number 3, who brings it down the court, splits the defense, and it's a foul on number 3, Charlie Harrell. Inbound to number 15. 15 gets a tip by 3, Harrell. Harrell throws it down to Sellers, gets it to the paint, nearly fouled. It's good. It's a 3-point lead for No Name. Number 2 bobbles it and is fouled by oh, what a terrible call. That's terrible. Let him play. JP, my friend watching out there, getting recruited by Wingate University in North Carolina. And it's good for the Crusaders. Cut the lead to 1. 30 seconds left for No Name to put a score back on. Sofker gives it to Hall. Hall to Harrell. Overthrows him. Harrell gets possession. No, it's a turnover. Sorry for that angle. He gives it to number 2. Number 2 brings it down the court. 15 seconds. Gives it to the paint. It's tipped around and gets, but number 35 gets it. No good. Rebound by the Crusaders. No good. Fouled. And with 2.8 seconds left, it'll be 2 free throws for number 35. First free throw. It's good. And it's a tie game. A whole new court in for Team No Name. Spain, McLaughlin, Sellers, Henderson, and Petrowski. 24-24. Shot is no good. Jump ball. Black ball. Catch and shoot. They're going to have to catch and shoot it. It's going to be a half-court heave. Not even close for Team No Name. That's the end of the third quarter. That's the end of your third quarter. 6 minutes left to play. Remember, coming up after is the post-game show. And on the phone with me is going to be JP Sofker talking about tonight's game. Thanks to all the people that made this happen. And visit our website at www.leaguelineup.com/MGSN. Number 3 gets the inbound, dishes it back to number 2, who gives it back to number 3. He shimmies, gives it to number 35, who gets it to the paint, rejected by, a foul called with 4:50 left. I'm not so sure about that one. Was that a foul? Was it not? I don't know. Number 35 with 2 free throws. First one is missed, as apparently he knew. Second one, no good. Rebound by number 22, Spain, who loses it to number 35, who dishes it out to number 2. Number 2 dribbles around, gives it to number 3. Number 3 gives it to number 10. 10 shimmies, no good. He gives it to number 3, Harold. Harold dribbles around. It's intercepted by number 2, who's going to take it all the way. And it's a 2-point lead for the Crusaders. Henderson inbounds it to Harold. He brings it up to center court. Dish it to Spain all the way down there. Spain gives it to the paint. Stops at the free throw line. Shoots. Missed. And a rebound by Sellers. No, it's out of bounds. And let's not forget, stay tuned for that post-game show with JP Sofker. He'll be on the phone. We'll talk about tonight's game and about the games coming up. Number 2 gives it to, and it's a turnover for the Crusaders. It'll be Team No Name ball. Inbounding it for No Name is Michael. Spain gives it to Harold. Harold dribbles it down the court, splits the defense, gives it to Petrowski, who pump fakes, takes it to the paint, and it's good. It's tied. 5 minutes left to go in the game. 26-26. Team No Name and the Crusaders. It's tipped out of bounds. Things are getting about as intense as it's ever been tonight. Hasn't really been an high-energy game. It was an 8:05 tip. Number 35 brings it down the court, gives it to number, no he doesn't. Pump fake, it's a score. It's a 2-point lead for the Crusaders. Number 3 brings it down, gives it to Spain. Spain stops, gives it to Harold, who splits the defense, has it. Petrowski got it. It's tied. Team No Name cuts into that lead and makes it 28-28. Number 15 brings it down the court. He gives it to number 35, who gives it to number 12. It's rejected by number 30, Henry Petrowski. Number 3, Harold, gives it to Spain, and he just stops. What was that? I think he scared him. That's a bunch of Bush League yelling and screaming, whatever. And it's the 4th quarter, and it's going to go all the way. Petrowski, and that's a foul. I mean, he just shoved him in the head. I mean, come on, refs, what are you doing? You asleep out there, or is this a racist game? I take that last comment back. Fouls don't seem to be going the same way. Harold inbound it for Team No Name, who gives it to Pender. Pender gives it back to Harold in the center of court, gives it to Hall. Hall gives it to Petrowski, who has to jump up to get that one. Dishes it to Harold in center court. Gives it to Henderson down low. Got it! 2-point lead for Team No Name. Number 2 brings it up for the Crusaders, splits the defense, gives it to number 12, and he's got it. And it's 30-all. Pender gives it to Harold. Harold's dribbling it down the court and gives it to Hall. Hall stops, dribbles, gives it to number 3. Who dishes it to Pender in the corner. He's got it for 3, no good. It's going to be out of bounds on the Crusaders. It would have been Crusaders' ball, but he decided to touch it before it went out of bounds, try to save it. Hall inbounds it for No Name, gives it to Pender on the corner. Pender seems to love that corner. That's his hot spot, really. He gets it at the top of the key to Harrell. Pump fake for Henderson. Shoots it at the free throw line. No good. Rebound by number 12 for the Crusaders. Number two gets it. There's two number twos. Number 2 goes up with it. It's good. It's a 2-point lead for the Crusaders. Hall inbounds it to Harrell. Harrell brings it up the court. Harrell pump fakes, gives it to Pender. Pender gives it to Petrowski, takes it to the paint, rejected by number 23 of the Crusaders with 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. Number 2, Jude Sofer comes in for number 50, Walker Henderson. Number 3 comes in for number 23. Hall inbounds it for No Name. Sofer pump fakes, gives it to Pender, who gives it to Harrell. Harrell gives it to Petrowski. Pump fakes, give it to Harrell again. Pender to Sofer, pump fakes. Good movement by Team No Name. Takes it to the hoop. No good. Rebound by Hall. He goes up with it. It's tied 32 all. Number 2 will bring it up, splitting the No Name defense. It's a foul on Hall. He reached in. Timeout, Team No Name. Hello, and I'm Will Spain, streaming this from my hand. This is Memphis Game Day Sports Network, and I'm our main caster. I appreciate for y'all watching tonight. It is a late tip start with back and forth play, early lead by the Crusaders. Team No Name has brought it up. I mean, really, has played defense in the second half and has scored better in the second half to make it 32-32 with 2:06 left in the game. And we'll take it back to the action right now. Number 5 inbounds it to number 3. Number 3 dribbles it around to the three-point line. Oh, dishes number 35. Dishes to number 13. Rejected by Hall. Rebound by Petrowski. Throws it. It's grabbed by Harrell. No, it's grabbed by 12. Tries shooting it to get the foul, and no, Petrowski gets the rebound, gives it to Harrell. 1:45 left, who gives it to Hall. Hall driving the hoop, the lane, no good. Petrowski with the rebound, and it's going to be white ball. 1:39 left.
Under 2 minutes to go, that's a bad shot.
Number 5 will inbound it to number 2. Number 2 brings it up the court. Screen set for number 35. He rolls, takes it to the hoop. He's fouled. Ooh, a weak foul, maybe a flop almost. Although there has been some bad calls both ways. Harrell has some comments that probably shouldn't have said. Quote, he said, "You see that? That's horrible." All right, first one's good by number 35. Make it a 1-point game in favor of the Crusaders. The second one, it rattles in and is good. 2-point lead. Not in favor of No Name, who's going to bring it down the court. He gets Sofer, slips, gives it to Hall. In the paint, who gives it to Pender. It was a good idea. Pender just didn't seem to think the same idea as it gets off of his fingers and out of bounds. Number 5 gets it. He brings it down the court.
Charlie, get up on it.
Slowly, surely, as we're reaching upon the 1-minute mark. Charlie picks the pocket. Back to number 5, who's going to bring it down the court. And a blocking foul on Petrowski. Probably should have been a charge. 57.3 seconds left and a timeout for Team No Name. Well, officiating hasn't been all that great this game, but it seems to be in favor of the Crusaders. I really don't believe it's not going both ways. I mean, I'm not just saying this because I am the team broadcaster for Team No Name and the St. Dominic Suns. But this isn't fair. It really isn't. As you can see by Harrell, his emotions, it's just not good. As I'm looking at the score right now, 54 I mean, this, or my bad, 34-32. I mean, this just isn't. It's not what we want it to be. It's not what we need it to be. And I mean, we need to finish out this game and possibly just get the W here. All right, we'll be back to the action right now. 1-1 for the Crusaders. Shooting it is number 5. This could be the game if he makes both of them. He dribbles. Gets ready for the shot. Missed it. Rattles in and out. Pender gets it. If you saw, there was a hold there. Trowski was getting held. Pender loses the dribble. Sellers regains the possession. Miracles do happen. And it is one for no name. Sofker takes it out to the top of the key. Dishes it to Harrell. Harrell gives it to Petrowski, who shoots. Miss, air ball. And there's an intentional foul with 33.7 seconds left. Really, really smart foul there, as he is not their best free throw shooter. And it's been proven in previous games, he is just not the best person, especially in clutch situations. You can see he is a little bit nervous, as is Team No Name, down 2 with 33.7 seconds left. Well, I really do. I think Trowski probably should have had that one right there. That would have been nice. I take that back. He hit it. He hit it. Good job by number 23. That's just a 3-point game. Surprising made right there. Rattles in and out. McLaughlin gets the rebound. 30 seconds left. Harrell takes it up center court. He's pushing the ball towards the 3-point line. He gets it to Sofker. Sofker gives it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin pump fakes. 3. Missed. Rebound by number 2. And he is fouled. And that could be it right here for the Crusaders. They could win it right there. Had to have that 3 from McLaughlin. Just couldn't get it. Free throw's no good, though. Tipped up and rebounded by the Crusaders. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Where's the foul? And man, I'm gonna leave it like that. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. If I haven't seen bias calling ever, that was definitely it. I mean, it was the calling was all one way right there for the Crusaders. I know it's really disappointing to see that. I mean, did you see that foul? I mean, that was terrible. Awful. Terrible. Worst thing I've ever seen in my life. He shoved the kid down with 4 seconds left. And not even that, they didn't stop the clock. So you know what? I see how it is over here at World Overcome Center. I mean, I'm not blaming it on the place. I'm blaming it on the refs. Terrible officiating. Hope we never have these guys again. And again, tune into our next broadcast, which will be titled Team No Name Post-Game Show with JP Sofker. We'll see you. We'll be right back after this break.